Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to start thinking about how we are going to market our games. The first step we will take is to determine our target demographic. This means our target audience. Or more simply, who we think will be the most likely group of people to enjoy playing our game and therefore choose to buy it. It is important to determine this early in the development process so that you can make sure that you are building your game to appeal to a certain type of player. Put simply, there are three reasons to define our target demographic or audience. 1. Ensure you're creating the right content for the right people. 2. Better understand how to create content that the player enjoys and appreciates. 3. Increase sales, thanks to the success of number 1 and 2 above. So how do we go about determining our target audience? Well, we can build an ideal user profile by looking at some key categories. You can chunk demographics by many different categories, including age, religion, race, education, location, and much more. Some of these are more relevant to game design and marketing than others, so we will take a closer look at just a few of them. Age, for example, is an important factor. You can clearly see that younger adults are more likely to purchase games, and the older the group gets, the less they spend. So aiming for a relatively young audience is often a good idea. When we look at education, we notice a big difference as well. And dentists apparently just don't play many video games. So if you are making a game that you want to be a big hit in the dental community, well, don't expect it to be a bestseller. When we look at income, the differences aren't as drastic, but rich people seem a little less interested in gaming than the rest of us, so targeting them might not be the best strategy. Gender, however, has a quite noticeable gap. Males are significantly more likely to have gaming expenses than females. So after looking at this data, it should come as no surprise that the most common target demographic for game sales is men between the ages of 18 to 24. Because this group has enough money to spend on games, time to play them, and a willingness to do so. That being said, you could argue that if most of the games being made are designed to appeal to young men, then this trend will always continue as there is no one designing games to appeal to other groups of people. So don't feel like you have to follow the data and you need to make a game that appeals to young men. There is nothing wrong with choosing a niche target demographic like middle-aged women, who, by the way, spend an insane amount of money on games like Candy Crush. But what's important is that you choose some target demographic. While it may seem like a good idea to make a game that appeals to everyone, but by attempting to please everyone, you may end up making a game that appeals to almost no one. So now it's up to you. Think about the game you are making and the changes you can still make to it. Then, go to the comments section in Schoology and tell me what is the 1. Target age, 2. Target education level, and 3. Target gender of your ideal player. Remember that you can pick a range or choose to be inclusive. You can say things like males 18 to 35 years old with a bachelor's degree, or any gender 18 to 24 with a high school education. Finally, remember that just because you chose the target demographic doesn't mean that these are the only people who will see, play, and love your game. Despite the fact that Call of Duty is designed to appeal to young men, somewhere out there, there's a 90-year-old grandma playing the game and having a blast. Oh wait, there she is. GG, Granny.